TL LeadManager is built so that you can maximize your selling time and minimize the amount of time you actually spend working with leads. We do this by having 3 main columns on the lead details screen, and if you update each of those columns, you will never miss an appointment, you won't forget to call somebody back, and you'll never let a lead slip through the cracks. So what are these 3 columns? First column is the lead status, and then you have your must call and your call notes. So anytime you call somebody or you contact somebody or you try to contact somebody, you're going to update those 3 columns. So, for example, Jim and Pam, I call them and I get their voicemail. So what do? Leave them as new lead, but then later I don't know they're a new lead. I don't know what happened. So instead, I'm going to say, now they're a callback. They're no longer a new lead. And then I'm going to set a must call. So I'll check the box and I'm going to say I take Fridays off, so I'm going to call Monday. And Monday I go through certain times of the day and call. So I'm not going to put in a time to call them since I got their voicemail. And then in the call notes section, I'm going to write LVM for left voicemail. And once I click this button, it's going to date and timestamp for me. So now I know exactly what happened when I called them, and I have a status that I'm going to call them back and a future call date. So when I log in on Monday, I'm going to have, say, 5 to 10 people to call, and Jim and Pam are going to show up. If I call them back and I don't get a hold of them, I can just do the exact same process. Instead of updating the callback, I can leave the status as callback, but make sure I change it to must call in the future and enter another call note. So one more example I'll show you is, I'm going to go back one to another new lead, and here I have Olivia and Peter. Now here I call them, and instead of getting their voicemail, I get them, but they're going on vacation, so they want me to call back in a week. So they still will be changed to a callback, and this time I'm going to set a must call, select a date, and they're going to be gone the entire first week of March, and they asked me to call back on the 11th. So I'm going to click OK, and then they ask that I call them back in the afternoon because that works better for them. So I'm going to put 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then for call notes, I'm going to put what I just talked to them about. So they said they were going to Disney with their grandchildren and they'd be back in a week. So I put all that information into the call notes. I click this button. It's date and time stamped. So when I call them back on the 11th, when I log in and I have all my calls, I'll know, oh, these are the people who are going to Disney. So I can ask them when I call them how their vacation was. And then they'll know that, hey, I really do remember talking to you right before I leave. So it gives that personal touch, and I have all that information. So whenever I'm finished with the lead, I'm always going to make sure I've updated their status, I've set a call date for in the future, and I've also made a call note. So you're always going to do their status, set what you are going to do in the future, and what you just did. By doing just those 3 things, and you can see how quick it was, you will never miss their appointments, you won't forget to call them, and you'll never let anybody slip through the cracks.